Hello everyone, my name is Kanak Rai and welcome to this webinar on OLYMP TRADE platform. So I'm presuming and hoping that you all are doing good and having a great evening right now because the weekend's about the corner and I'm sure you'll be having a blast plan for the days coming, right? But we are not here to talk about the weekend plans. We are here to talk about a trading strategy. But before that, let's just greet each other, let's just spread some positivity before we proceed further with our learnings. So, hello to all of you. Kabir, hi, good evening. Soumya not found, hi, that's a good name. That's a weird name. POV Ya channel. Hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome to the platform. Welcome to this webinar. And I'm sure we all, for the next 40, 45 minutes or 50 minutes, having a great time while learning how to use this strategy as well. Okay. So, in case you're not aware, the strategy name is Kind Martin, and we're going to use this strategy to get some profitability, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to demonstrate how it can be used. So, my primary focus will be to trade as much as I can in this next 50 minutes, something to explain and elaborate how this strategy can be used in a better manner. But before I dwell further into this thing, I would like to request all of you to please confirm if you guys are able to hear me clearly and are you guys able to see my trading screen clearly? Because these two things are vital for me to proceed further with this webinar. So please shoot your comments in the chat section. Let me know about it, guys. You can say yes if everything is clear. If something is not that clear for you in terms of voice, in terms of video or the visual, please let me know. Someone not want saying, let's go. Hope today I will have some profit. I hope the same for you, but I would not recommend you to take trades adjacent to me because there might be a lag of 2, 3 or more seconds while I'm trading. So, that can lead towards some losses. So, I would recommend that right now, let's focus on learning and afterwards, you can focus on earning. So, the next 40, 45 minutes, try not to trade, just to follow the instruction that I'm trying to elaborate you guys. And that way, I believe in my understanding and experience that can help in the longer run. Sabir Ali is saying the streaming is slow. Why? I'm really sorry. This might be because of the internet connection or something, but I'll make sure from my end everything is perfectly fit and fine. So most of you guys don't face any inconvenience while trying to discuss with me about how we can use this kind market strategy. Okay. But so considering everyone is able to hear me properly and the audio is quite clear for you all and you guys can understand me, let's proceed further. So again, the people who have joined just now, welcoming you all on this webinar on OLYMP TRADE platform, Kind Martin Strategy. This strategy is exclusively available for the expert traders, but of course, I will let you guys know in case we don't have the expert at the moment, what you guys can do if you want to use this strategy in particular. But expert is not just about one strategy in particular, right? It has many other things for you. So if possible, if it's achievable, guys, try to go for that one because that way you will have a lot more benefits that can help you in trading in the long run. So now, in case if you are a new trader on the platform, you have joined recently, you might not be aware of, okay, what is this interface, what thing is where exactly. So I'll invest the next 2 to 3 minutes in describing you guys what exactly is OLYMP TRADE's interface. For example, right now, I have distributed the entire interface with 3 sections. The first one is the left-hand side trades. So whichever trade you have made in the past, like this thing you can see, I have made these trades in the past. So all these trades you can see. And if you have any current trade going on, you can see it over here. And the trade in red means loss, trade in green means profit. Okay? That's how things work. And this is for the fixed term, this is Forex. And if you want to purchase something for, let's say, risk-free trade, so you can get the risk-free trades from here, trading conditions. Let me see, yeah. Risk-free 20 USD at 9.8 USDT. So whichever restricted you might purchase over here, you can find it and use it from this icon, this shield icon over here on the rightmost corner. Okay. Afterwards, if you want to use any indicator, you want to use any strategy or oscillator, you will find all such options available over here in the market section. This basically is like a cart, a shopping hub for you to purchase things that can help you to make your trading a bit better. The other thing is that event, in case you're not aware, we are having a current event on the platform and you can join that one, which is this one, Exclusive Trading Signals Club. Okay. So make sure you join this one and I'm sure you'll have a great time participating in this one. For the people who are new on the platform, one thing they really face the issue with is they don't know how to contact the customer support. So in that case, guys, you can go to the help section here, and the support option is available for you, through which you can connect with the customer support for any of your XYZ query regarding the OLYMP TRADE platform. For example, if you want something to be assisted by yourself only, then you have this option of help center. You can go over there. And let's say, for example, you want to make a deposit by USDT, because I'm also doing the very same thing, USDT. So you can do this thing. You can simply come here and find the help you need. So you can type USDT over here. So all the articles on the platform regarding or related to USDT, you can find them over here. For example, this is the one. How do I deposit funds to a USDT account? Okay, so for that, you don't need to wait to connect with the customer support. You can directly watch this video at your convenience at your particular time and learn how to make a deposit via USDT. If you want to know about trading, of course, this is the section for you as well. You can learn very basic but primitive information about trading that can help you on that one. Afterwards, if you come to the center part, you will see this is the graph or chart type, and this is trading signal for you. When you want to change the chart type, you can do it from here. If you want to add any strategy or indicator or plot it on the graph, you can do this by this technical analysis section, which is a compass, or you can call it a also. Afterwards, if you want to monitor two or more charts at once, you can do it by this one, multiple charts option, okay? And for example, right now I've opened gold, which is named over here. And in fixed term trading, you will get to see the rate of return it provides, which is 87% at the moment. If you have multi-accounts like me, you will find all those multi-accounts in list format over here, like USD, USDT, USDT, strategy 3. You can name them also at your convenience. Like when I use Excel, I have named it over here. Okay? Anything regarding deposit, withdraw, transactions, transfer, everything is available over here for you. This is the profile section. And of course, trading amount, trading time, risk-free trade, as I mentioned earlier. If you want to get a pending order, you can do it from this section, the up button and the down button. So I hope this quick thing will help people, especially who are new on the platform and might not be that familiar with the platform. Okay. So let's get back to the business. And the business is talking about the kind market strategy. So what we do is we go over here, technical analysis, we click on this one, and we can type here. So for our advanced and expert trader, you can use this one. What is strategy? Basically, as I mentioned earlier, strategy is basically a combination of one or more indicator or oscillator. In this situation, it's parabolic and MACD. You can click on the enable strategy, and this will plot over your graph. Now, in case if you have issues with the way it's represented in terms of colors, in terms of thickness, you can change that one, okay? You have the option for that. Like if I do this one, the lines, the dots here will be much bolder, and I can change the colors as well. If I go to MACD, the same can be done over here. I can change the color and the thickness of the lines from here, and I can do this thing from here, the histogram color from here also. Like if I may go this thing, yeah, it's it. Now everything is set. Now all we need to do is learn how to find the correct entry point for us to open a trade. What I'll do is I'll open a down trade here. And now I'll elaborate why I've opened a down trade. First thing is that whenever you are using kind-Martin strategy, here if you see the dots are created, right? This is parabolic. So what happens is that whenever you see the asset movement is going downwards, the dots or the parabolic will be upwards. If you can see over here, the movement was downwards, the parabolic was upward. Whenever the movement is upward, parabolic representation of the dots will be in the downward, which means they will be below the graph. So whenever asset is moving down, the dots will be above the graph. Whenever the asset is moving up, dots will be down the graph. And whenever you see the change happening, which means transition happening from up to down or vice versa, that is a great entry point for you to open a trade like I opened over here. It was down, which means below the graph, and it started coming out at the up, which is above the graph. So it means this point or this position for the gold can really act as a good starting point for us to open a trade. That's it. But everything is not that's it. That's just the first condition. The second condition comes with MACD. So if you see MACD over here, this is a histogram represented over here, right? So for example, if you see, I have opened a downward trade over here. Why? Because this is upwards. So if the histogram also is representing downward direction, it means it's a clear indication for me that I can open a trade over here. Otherwise, I will have to avoid trading. So in case if I provide everything in written format for you, we have used parabolic and MACD, right? So somewhere, please excuse my drawing, but this is how, let's assume the movement of the gold as it is, and the dots. If you see the dots comes with parabolic, right? If the dots are like dot, it's of yellow color, okay, not an issue. If the dots are of yellow color over here, when the transition is happening, which means the dot which were above the line now are coming below the lines, it means that point, this point will act as a great entry point for us to enter a trade. Whenever the dots are being transferred from below to above or above to below, that will act as a point from where we can start a trade. So this we will do. But that's just the first confirmation. Okay. Then we have MACD histogram. If MACD histogram also represents the same downward direction, we can take a down trade. Of course, this trade did not go profitable, but that's not the issue. We will try to recover this amount also. But that's the concept and that's the logic that we are supposed to follow in this webinar. Okay. What is a concern again? Whenever we see a transition happening for the the parabolic dots, they are transferring from below the line to above the line or vice versa. That can act as a great entry point for us to open a trade. Also, at the same time, for the confirmation, we can see if this is the histogram is representing the same direction or not. Let's see different assets to see if I can demonstrate further regarding this logic. Like right now, if you see, it's been quite a time, so it's not advisable for you or for anyone to trade right now, considering we've missed the chance. But if we were somewhere here, we could have tried to make a trade. Like if you see right now, suppose if we were here and the dots have changed, we were here also, we could have opened a trade and in a downward direction. And if you see right now, the histogram is also showing a downward direction. So it means we can open a trade here in downward direction. Like this is the case. So what I've done is I've opened a trade in upward direction. This is up going up. So I'll open a trade in downward direction. Why I'm doing that? Because the dots have changed. It's coming up. It means it will go down. And this, which is the histogram of MACD, represents the very same thing. That's why I've done that. If things will work out, I'll continue trading for 10 USDT. If things will not work out, what I'll have to do? I'll have to double the amount. But it's not just that simple that you have to simply double the amount. We have to be careful about how much we are doubling the amount also. So I'll talk about that in a moment. In the meantime, I'm seeing just some new comments are here. So let's just address some of the comments. Yuvraj is saying, excuse me, sir, it's been 5 minutes. I'm texting you, no response. I'm really sorry, but I'll make sure to address your question. Sure, please let me know. Ankit, क्या हाल है? I'm very good, Ankit. How are you doing? Ali, I'm good. That's wonderful. I'm so well. मैं देख ही ना रहा राम राम हिंदी बोलो मेरे भाई. तो भाई इफ यू वांट टू हैव अ कन्वर्सेशन इन हिंदी, अगर आपको हिंदी में बात करना है तो वेबिनार होता है हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे, जो दूसरा हमारा चैनल है ओलम्प ट्रेड इंडिया नाम से. वहां पे आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हो ट्यूसडे को और थर्सडे को. वहां पे जो भी बातचीत होगी वो हिंदी में होगी, बट दिस वन इज सपोज टू बी इन इंग्लिश. सो अनफॉर्चुनेटली फॉर यू आई विल हैव टू कंटिन्यू इन इंग्लिश ओनली. ओके. As you can see right now, one of my trade is profitable and I can do an upgrade over here also. Why I'm doing this? The dots have changed, transition has happened, and this is showing an up direction. That's how I open a trade over gold also. But this trade, which means a Bitcoin trade, is not profitable as of now. So let's see what's the issue. Oh, it's not going profitable anytime soon. So I'll have to double the amount to recover the loss in this one. In case if for some people it's clear how to do it, how to approach it, and you feel there are some messages that are providing good signals, please let me know, and I'll make sure to demonstrate and show it on my screen whether we can actually take trades on them or not. Okay, this is three. So basically, we can try on one or two, three dots, but more than that, try to avoid in such situations. Okay, because I have to demonstrate by taking trades right. That's why I'm taking on three. Otherwise, I don't go for more than two actually. I stick to two only. I can't take a trade over here right now. Also, since I've opened 20 USDT trade because I had to recover this amount, I'll go back to 10 again. Make sure, guys, you don't repeat this mistake. If you're doubling the amount to recover the loss, after you have opened a trade, go back to the very basic amount again on which you started the trading. Okay. If you see now, the transition has happened, but if you see, it happened over here also. It means it's happening quite frequently. So wait for some time to see how the next candle forms. And based on that, we can make a decision. If you see this happening quite frequently, it means that's not a nice position for an asset to you should trade upon because it's being quite turbulent, right? So avoid trading in that particular moment. You can wait for some time and see how the trend is being followed, and thereafter, based on that, you can make your trade. If I see Asia Composite right now, it's not being profitable. And if that will be the case, I'll have to double the amount to 40 USDT. But let's hope for things to go better. And while talking about that, we have a profitability on gold also. No signal over here. Again, guys, in case for some people it's still not clear, whenever the parabolic dots are transitioning from below the line to above the line, like this one, that is the great entry point for us. But afterwards, you have to confirm the same with the MACD histogram as well. So this one, it transition, it means we can open a downward trades. Again, no signal over here for us. It's continuing. So what I'll do is I can open an up trade. But right now, if I see my histogram is not supporting it, so I'll avoid trading. And while talking about this, we had a profitability. So it means the loss we had on Bitcoin, we recovered it from here. So we don't need to continue trading on 20 anymore, and we can continue with 10. Okay. And as you can see right now, it's supporting now. So I'll open a trade of for 10. Why I'm doing that? Because it's changed, and also the histogram is supporting it as well. That's why I open a trade right now and not before. So again, guys, I always say one thing to my traders that always trade using logic, not with greed and not with fear. Because even if you have a loss, you will be able to recover that without any issue whatsoever. But when greeds come into the equation, when fear comes to the equation, it really disrupts a lot of things for you. Okay? So make sure you start small. So even if you have a loss, that's not an issue. You can easily recover that. Let me see some different assets right now. Again, if there will be a dot, which is a parabolic dot down over here, I can open an upgrade. But as of now, there's no situation whatsoever. Maybe in a minute or two, we might find a good situation, but let's see. No chance over here. No chance over here as well. And as I can see right now, unfortunately, looks like this trade will go in loss. So we'll have to open a trade of 20 again to recover this loss. Not an issue, nothing to worry about. So if you see right now, this is a great example for me to demonstrate you guys. As per this one, the dot has changed, so I can open a down trade. But if you see here, if it's possible, it's still showing in up direction, which means above zero line. So it means the MACD is contrasting the signal that we're getting from parabolic. So as of now, because it is contrasting result, we shouldn't open a trade over here. But of course, if at this particular moment MACD was showing growth in downwards direction, we could have opened a trade. But that's not the case. So what we'll do is we'll avoid trading in this particular moment. Again, guys, just so you know, it's not about how many trades you open, it's about how many profitable trades you open. So please don't be in a hurry to make sure to open a trade. I had a loss, I have to open a trade with double the amount, but I'm not being in hurry. I'm just seeing where I'm finding signal, and if I find the signal, only then I will open a trade. Otherwise, I will wait for the time. If you see here, the dot has changed. I can open a trade over here because this is supporting it as well. But let's see how this one goes. And again, coming back to 10. If this trade will go profitable, I'll be back 10 USDT trades again. If not, then I'll have to open a trade of 40 USDT to recover this amount. In the meantime, if the description or the demonstration regarding how to use the strategy is still not clear to you guys, please don't hesitate and let me know in the comment section. I'll try to elaborate even further for you guys. Okay. Thank you so much, Munish. Thank you so much for this recommendation. You are absolutely right. We can open a trade. Why? Because the transition has happened for the parabolic and the MACD histogram is representing in the same direction only. So, Munish, thank you so much. I believe whatever I was trying to explain and elaborate, I think you're getting it. So, it's really good for me that whatever I was trying to communicate is being understood people right now. That's wonderful to know. And that's exactly a right time to open a trade. Okay. But let's see how this one ends. This is a great example for us as well. Gold right now, if you see, we can open a trade in gold as well because we have this thing here. The transition has just happened in terms of parabolic is concerned, and MACD is showing growth in downward direction, which is again appreciating this one only, right? It's not contrasting it. Tommy Arfan is asking why you do 2 minutes. Okay, so let me explain and elaborate to you guys. Before that, just to let you guys know, the 20 USD trade is profitable, so it means we have recovered the loss we had on this one, so that's a good thing to know. So we can continue trading with 10 USDT. Now back to your question. Why I'm opening a trade of only 2 minutes? As I mentioned at the very beginning of this webinar, that my prime focus is not to have more profitability. My prime focus is to demonstrate it more. And that's why if I take small trades, I can provide you a decision of what the trade is going to be as fast as possible. I could have gone for 1 minute also, but 1 minute is really risky. So I try to maintain the risk. That's why I go for 2 minutes or 3 minutes trading while being on webinar. Otherwise, personally, if you're trading, I would recommend that you trade for at least 5 minutes or more because that can be much more convenient and in a controlled risk manner for you guys. Also, just to let you know, the time frame is 1 minute over here, so you should go for at least twice or thrice of this time frame when you're trading on fixed time. So this one, I should be going for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and you can choose it as per your convenience, what you feel more comfortable with. That's all. Again, no signal over here. We have a signal here, downward direction. This is also showing downward. We can open a trade. No signal over here right now for us. We have missed a bit of signal over here. Otherwise, we could have opened a trade, but not an issue. At least we are getting an understanding regarding what the asset is, and we had a loss. We had a loss just at the very last moment. Not an issue. We'll focus more. We'll take a trade at 20 USDT to recover this loss. Okay. Let's go to BDIX again. Again, a transition is happening. I will open an upgrade. Why? Because transition has just happened. As I can see right now, MACD histogram is also supporting in the very same direction. So I can open a positive trade over here. And after opening a trade of 20 USDT to recover the loss on gold, I will be back again to my base amount, which is 10 USDT, because that's what the main thing is, guys. Many people know about margin principle and they double the amount as soon as possible. Guys, make sure that after doubling the amount, you go back to the base amount again, because that way you will not exhaust your account balance really fast. And that's what I'm really concerned about and want to make sure you guys follow. Because martingale principle can only be supported when you have enough balance in your account. Otherwise, it will stand no means and it will provide you no gains whatsoever. Okay? So right now the situation is, unfortunately, on commodity also, we are not having profitability, right? So it means to recover this one, we'll have to open a trade of 20 again. And with Bitcoin, the situation looks the very same. That's weird. But again, that's a great thing about not opening a bigger amount trade, that even if I have a loss, I can recover it today or maybe tomorrow. Let me try doing it for 3 minutes in that case. If you see right now, it's upwards, right? So as per this parabolic, we're supposed to take a downward trade. But if you see right now, the MACD histogram is showing an upward direction, which means above zero. So that's why I won't be taking a trade on commodity right now. And I have to take a trade of 40 USDT also to recover the Bitcoin loss. So as of now, I have to open two trades as of now. One of 20 USDT to recover this one, and one of 40 to recover the loss on Bitcoin. That's why starting small really helps you guys, okay? So remember that point. Now, as per this, supposed to go upwards, but this is not showing the same thing. So we shouldn't be taking a trade right now on Bitcoin again. Vipin is asking what is the best book for technical analysis. I'm really sorry, Vipin, I don't have any book to recommend for you at the moment. But of course, if you have the advanced or the expert status, you can directly connect with the person who can help you by taking live trades in front of you. Like right now, taking a trades, but it's for the entire group. But we make sure to assist each and every single one of you personally also. So if you have the advanced or the expert status, contact the customer support and they will forward the request to your manager so that they can help you out in this case. Okay. Why I'm not opening a trade on this asset in particular? Because as per this supposed to go upward, but this is not showing any direction whatsoever. Slightly, it's on the downward direction. So there's a contradiction, but slight. So we can wait to get a clear signal, clear entry point, and then of course we can go for a trade. We can see if we have a chance. So because the dots have changed over here, but the MACD is not showing growth in the same direction to support it. So let's wait for some time and maybe then, and I think we can open a trade. It's showing. I think it's showing. Let's see. So now we have to open a trade of 40 also. No chance over here. It's okay. No chance over here too. We might get to open a trade over here. Guys, if you feel there's some message that is giving a clear cut signal in terms of where Brian Martin is concerned, please let me know in the comment section. I'll check that asset also. Because as a whole group, we don't want to miss any signal where we can earn profit. So let's work together and make sure this webinar is fruitful for all of us. Okay. No signal as of now. We have a signal. Now, since I've opened the trades, I'll go back to the 10 USDT again. It's 30, there's no point going over here. But let's just try because it's guys, I won't recommend you to trade on 30% profit because there's no means. But of course, since I have to demonstrate something, I can take trade to show you guys whether it is okay or not. So I've opened a trade over here. Why I've opened a trade? Because the dots have changed and it's showing the growth in same direction. That's otherwise I wouldn't have done that. So I would recommend the same thing to you. Don't go beyond 80% because it's there's no point in that. Let's see these three assets how they perform because as of now all of them are in loss. There might be a chance for this to be profitable, but I'm not sure. Looks like it won't be. Guys, I hope you guys are aware why I was saying that we should start with a small amount because if you see right now this trade doesn't go profitable, I'll have to open a trade of 80 USDT, 40 for this one, and 20 for this one. So margin the principal can only work for you if you have enough balance to support that thing. Okay. So make sure you remember that. Let's start with a very basic amount, and that is the only thing that is the only thing which will really help you in your trading. Okay. See, I'm having a profitability of 3 USDT. There's no point for trading on that asset which is giving 30% rate of return. There's no point. But of course, we are trying to demonstrate things, so we can do that thing. But please don't. I won't be recommending you guys to trade for assets that are giving you more less than 80% of rate of return. This one I believe might not be profitable for us, so we'll have to open a trade anyhow of 80 USDT. So let's look for some assets on which we can make a profitable trade with 80. No chance. No chance over here too. But when something goes that big, what we can do is, when there's such formation of candles, what you can do is you can open a down trade because there's a great chance that in the coming time it will be in your favor. And I'm back to 10 again. We have a good chance over here. I've opened a down trade. Again, the dots have changed recently, and the MACD is supporting that. That's all. As of now, I'm not able to find any clear-cut signal in terms of where I can open my next trade of 10 USDT, but let's wait and have patience while we are waiting. We can open a trade over here. Why? Because it's showing downward direction, it's supporting the downward direction. So let's open a trade. Let's see how this one goes. We can open an up trade here. As of now, this trade is not profitable. But let's see, we still have 1 minute left, so hope for the best and prepare for the best. Okay? Acha, I've already opened one trade on this one, as you can see right now, and it might be profitable. It is. Let's see if I can find some other assets also. This one, I can open a trade. Let's go back to 10 again. I can open a trade in a downward direction. And unfortunately, looks like Bitcoin might not be profitable for us. So guys, if you can see right now what has happened, Bitcoin just went in loss, I believe. Yes, it went in loss. Oh, it was so close. We could have had the profitability. Not an issue. We need to learn from the mistakes, and we have to now, unfortunately, open a trade of 160 USDT. So I hope it is making more and more clear to you guys why you guys need to start small when you want to use a martingale principle. Because if you start with a big amount already, and when that doesn't go profitable, doubling the amount again and again will be really not something your account balance can support. Okay. As of now, I'm not able to find any clear-cut signal, but let's see. Let's hope for the best. It's showing upward direction. It's supporting upward direction. I've opened a trade in an upward direction. Let's see. This trade unfortunately went in loss. So now I have to open a trade for 20 USDT. So make sure you're good with numbers in this case. Okay, so that's why if you see right now, I've opened this one because of this one. But I'm opening now 20 again for this asset. And if that doesn't go profitable, I have to open 20 for this one too. So let's be careful with the amount you use and be extra careful about this thing, because this is the only thing that will help you maintain the profit and increase the profit. When it comes to number, be cautious. If you face issue remembering these numbers, have a pen, have a copy, note these things down. This one is also in loss. I have to open 10 for this one also. I'm sorry, 20 USDT for this trade also, because this also went in loss. So as of now, the situation is I'm stuck with this one, which is not getting profitable as of now, and this is the amount which I have to recover, right? So if this does not go profitable, even now, I have two options: to go for 320 USDT, which of course I can go, or just stop it for that particular day. Because sometimes it can happen that when you make trades and it does not go profitable, so please don't be stuck on that asset or that moment in particular. I need to get some profit out of that. Okay, please make sure to be very cautious and very sound with the amount that you use for your trading. We have to be careful with that. So my personal recommendation has always been that whenever I've used martingale principle, if I've tried for maximum, I think 4 times. After that, I don't recall any time when I use it for the fifth time. And that same thing I would recommend you guys to make sure that after a point you know when to stop, because that over trading can really cause a big dent on your account balance. And being an account manager, I don't want that thing to happen to you guys. Okay, so please remember that. I think I'm seeing a comment from Dave right now. You should not open the trade on ranging candles in GPCAD. Can you please elaborate a bit on that? Why you exactly think that way? And unfortunately for me, I do not have a profitable trade right now on GBPCAD. That's really sad. That's extremely sad actually. But what to do? You got to accept it. So one person might believe, okay, I have a balance. What the issue? Let's just go for 320. But I think today is not my day with these assets in particular. I'll try to recover this amount maybe tomorrow or after 2 or 3 hours. But I will not be continuing with 320 now. Okay. So that's a personal choice that I have made. Your personal choice can be different based on your account balance. But being an account manager, my recommendation is try not to do that thing and know exactly when to stop, because that is what we call risk management. That when you see, okay, things are not going your way, there's no point fighting it further and further. Try to handle situations in a much mature manner and trade some other time. Okay. So for this asset, I can try for 40. And for this one too, I have to take another trade. Let's see. But today, I think I can say that today has not been my day, because I think the result is that I am still in loss. I have to do something about this. But today, I have to accept the thing that it was not one of my best days in terms of trading result is concerned. Here we can take a trade, and I'm back to 10 again. But you guys, let me know, what do you think? Should I, in this case, considering my account balance and this thing, should I open a trade for 320 USDT as per your point of view? What do you guys feel about that? Deepak Chakravarti is saying, so can we target 10% of capital for the day? Absolutely, you can do that. That's what we also recommend. But you have to understand one thing. We say 10% is the maximum. You know, if you feel like, okay, I need to trade and to recover, 10% should be your upper limit. But make sure that it is in not every time you go for 10%. You should limit yourself to 6, 7 or 8% only. 10 times is the maximum you should stretch yourself to. But that's not something, okay, now I'll think about whether I need to trade more or not. Like right now, I don't think if I make a trade of 320 also, it will make any difference. I can do it. But I don't feel like doing it, because you have to accept when things are not going your way. Right? But I want to know your point of view. What do you guys feel? Should I open a trade for 320 USDT? Please let me know with a yes or no. So I'll get to know your point of view, what you guys feel about this situation. And based on that, maybe I can change my decision right now. As you can see right now, it is shuffling a lot between green and red. It means the turbulence is really heavy in the market, like this you see. So in this situation, usually my recommendation is to avoid trading for some particular time. And Dhaval is saying, no, I shouldn't trade. I agree with you, Dhaval, but I want to know other people's point of view as well. What you guys feel. So please don't be shy. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Should I trade or should I not trade for 320 USDT? I need your point of view. I need what you guys feel about the situation. Right now, if you see what has happened in the last 20, 30 seconds, see the jump it's happening. So you can see how turbulent the market is at that particular moment. So we shouldn't trade in such situations, you know. We shouldn't. And because of that, I believe this trade unfortunately will go in loss as well. But that's absolutely fine. What we learned in this situation is that when you see so much turbulence happening, do not make your trade in that. Okay. See this one. But usually what happens in drastic situation is that we can open a trade in a direction considering it will soon be recovered easily. For example, if I open, let's say this was 40, let's go for another 40, and we have a loss here. I have not still received much comments, guys. Please let me know. I need to know your point of view. What do you guys feel? Should I be opening a trade for 320 USDT? Well, I believe some people here are involved in planning how the weekend is supposed to be, considering I'm not getting enough comments. Dhawal is saying open in opposite direction. So let me listen to Dhawal advice right now. In this situation, I'll open in opposite direction. Okay, Dhawal? Munish is saying no, so it means I shouldn't trade for 320 USDT. But considering Dhawal's advice, I've taken a trade in opposite direction. So guys, if you have any recommendation for me, please let me know, because I think we are left with last couple of minutes in terms of this webinar is concerned. And afterwards, we'll have to bid adieu and we will be meeting next week. Vipin is saying, yes, you should, but not 320 USDT, it's 500 USDT. Okay, so Vipin wants me to make a trade of 500 USDT. Vipin, I appreciate the suggestion from your end, but I won't be appreciating this at all when you do it trading on a personal account, because if this trade goes loss, you will be having a huge loss, because 500 USDT is a huge amount. And that's why I'm concerned about making a trade of 320 USDT. I think, Deepak, I absolutely agree with you. So that's why I'm saying that I won't be putting much more money, because you have to understand sometimes the market volatility can be really not a good thing for you in terms of trading is concerned. So when you're not getting profitable trade just because you have money in your account, doesn't mean you should put it blindly. See trades, observe trades. If you see 3-4 trades are not being profitable, there must be a reason for that. Look for that reason. And based on that, what will happen? You will be able to save a lot of amount. Just imagine right now, if I would have opened a trade of 320 USDT in some other direction, I would have had a loss of this one also. Right? So that's why. If you don't have money, be careful about it. If you have money, be extra careful about it. So you can maintain that and in fact increase that also. But again, as I said, my prime purpose in the very beginning, that it's not to make profitability, but it's to make sure I provide proper and clear demonstration regarding how it can be used, the kind Martin strategy. And I'm presuming that it has been clear to you guys regarding how it can be implemented in your trading. Okay. So if you still have any questions, if you still have any doubt, please feel free to ask me those questions. I'll try to elaborate these points for you. Okay. Well, for me, it looks like everything is quite clear in terms of how the approach is supposed to be for this. And looks like this trade will definitely not go in profit. But that's okay, Dhaval. I wanted to follow your advice. That's why I took a trade. But I think we both got an understanding regarding we shouldn't be taking trade just on a hunch. We should always be using some sort of analysis to make a trade. Otherwise, we will be facing a loss of amount as big as 40 USDT. So with that note, I believe I'll be taking leave from you guys. This webinar didn't go as I planned. That's absolutely fine. Some days will be like that. We can't avoid those days, but we can learn from those days to make sure the next day is better. So I'll be taking my lessons from this webinar also to make sure the mistake that I've done in this one should not be repeated. And I'll try to come back with more points for you guys from my experience so that you can implement them without going through the same loss that I've gone through. Okay. So with that note, I'll take a leave. Enjoy the evening, enjoy the weekend, and all the best for trading.